video is a total program for getting fit, looking good, and above all, feeling good. As well as a complete exercise program, we've all sorts of information on diet, skincare, and beauty for you too. But before we begin, here are some suggestions on how to use the video and my golden guidelines on getting fit the sensible way. 1. If you're in any doubt about the state of your health, consult your doctor before exercising and dieting. 2. If you're overweight, use our diet plan for at least 1 week before beginning anything but the first set of easy exercises. 3. Don't move on to the next exercise stage until you've practiced the previous one at least 3 times a week. 4. Follow our diet plan alongside the exercise plan. 5. If anything hurts you at any point of the exercise plan, then please stop. Diet, exercise and skincare go hand in hand. Barbara Daly's skincare and beauty demonstration later in the video will enhance your looks if you diet and exercise too. So let's start now with some very easy chair exercises which you can all do whatever age you are before going on to my 4-stage exercise plan. So first of all, just slump like this. Now sit up straight, pulling up from the base of the spine, pull in the tummy, and you grow 2 inches that way. Slump again, up you come, pulling up, and stay like that for the rest of the chair exercises. So here we go. Stay sitting up, practice one more time, going slumping down. Now pull up, straighten the spine, pull in the tummy, and for the back, to really help strengthen, raise your arms, hold onto your hands, and stretch up. And then relax, hands back on the head, and up you go again. Feel the shoulder blades really strengthening, and relax. And then up, and bring down the arms and relax. Circle the hands away from those wrist joints. And then the other way. Feel the circulation beginning to work. Shake them out. And then your right foot, up you come. Circle it round. Other way. Change feet. And circle the other way. Now clasp your right knee up and down your left. Up it comes. Right up, so you're freeing the hip as well. Stay sitting up with the center strength. Raise your arms, clasp your hands, and lean over very gently. And back to the center, to your left side. Keep that top arm above your head. And as if you're picking up the shopping, reach down to your right side. There's a gentle stretching going on just here. Over to your other side. And a lot of tension collects down the shoulders, so very loosely, up you come, shrug both shoulders up to your ears and drop. And as if you're climbing up a rope, reach up with your right arm and then change. Reach right up, so feel the tummy working as you do that. And another arm strengthener is to take both arms out to your side, keep them straight, hands up, and circle right round. Other way. Round again. Smaller circles. Other way. Hands back in your lap and incline your head to your right side and your left. And now turn so you look to your right side and back to your left. And finally, we're going to relax over to the toes and then come up through a curved spine. Take a deep breath and relax. Stage 1 exercises. easy exercises which, even if you're a bit overweight or out of condition, you can achieve. Because we're going to do them standing up to begin with, which warms us up before we do the floor exercises. So always do the standing up ones first. And we'll start by relaxing the body and shaking out. So with your right arm, just very, very loosely, shake it out. And then your left, down to your right leg. Then your left. Now feet apart and just sway, bend your right leg. Feel the thigh working as you bend and transfer the weight. Now keep those going as you reach up with your right arm and change. Feel the body slowly warming up as you reach right up. Legs straight, lean to your side, up you come, change. Now go directly to your side. If anything's twinging, you're doing this wrongly. Now reach down with your right arm, up then your left. So your arm is going over the line of the leg. Pull in your tummy. Now up you come, feet together, and to work the legs, stand straight, now bend. Crouch down, up you come, and again. Down, bend, raise the heels all the way down, push up through the thighs. Now try it without the hands going on the floor, but put them down if you're wobbling. Up with your right knee, change. Now keep your torso straight, bend to meet the knee. And to balance, pull up your left leg straight. Now up comes your right knee. Now hold it, and change. Out comes the left knee. Now pull up the right leg and feet apart. Up with the right shoulder. Drop it. Up with the left. Very loosely. Don't strain the neck. And to make sure the shoulders are relaxed, we let the arms fall forward and back so the hands touch and back. And swing both arms loosely up and down. Just throw them up. And now we're ready and relaxed to do some floor exercises. So, face your left side. Bend that right leg in front, and with the ball of your right leg here, take it away. And up you come. Now keep the weight on the front thigh. Straighten and bend again that front left leg. Take it away, the right leg, up and change. All here, the back leg. Up you come as you straighten the front leg. Down again. Don't make the mistake of leaning forward. Put your hands on your hips if it helps. Now face me. Down you come on the floor. Place that right leg in front. Pull up your left leg. Now reach towards me. Now toes to the ceiling. Place your hands by the side so you sit up. Point the toes and reach forward again. With a little bit of a rock, reach towards me, toes up, and shake that leg out because it might feel a little bit of a strain. Change legs, sit again in this yoga position, sit up, reach towards those toes, off you go. Keep that front leg straight, don't bend, that's cheating. Toes to the ceiling and up. Again. Toes to your ceiling. Up. And then shake out that leg. Now, feet apart, the tummy. Pull in the tummy Knees and feet just a little bit apart to protect the spine. And the very easy tummy exercise you can do is to place the hands either side. And you actually use the heel of the hand to push off as you lean back through a curved spine. Don't go straight. Now push up and let the hands help you. Back again, back, up, a little bit faster, back, up, just a rock. Now, as you get confident, lean back as the elbows bend, and you can go that much farther back. And what will happen is the tummy muscle will get stronger and stronger. As it gets stronger, of course, you can do more. But it's up to you to decide how many more you do, because if it hurts, that's enough. But every time you do the tape, you'll probably be able to do a little bit more. So how are you doing? Well, don't go on to stage 2 of the exercises yet if you still can't bend down correctly. That's going down. And if you find yourself losing your balance, either falling back or forward, make sure it's your thighs that are taking the weight, so that you go down, straight down, correctly, and up. And the second one is holding your balance. As your knee comes up, the supporting leg should be straight. Now, if you're falling over and losing your balance and going backwards or sideways, then you're not holding your balance correctly. The supporting leg should be straight, and you're likely holding your knee up. And the third one is feet apart. When you, for the waist exercise, lean to your side, you shouldn't be twisting and going behind like that or forward. You'll damage your back. Make sure that when you go to the side, you pull in the tummy and you go directly to your side. It helps, actually, if the fingertips run down the side of your leg. 3 stages there. If you've done those correctly, then on to stage 2 of the exercises. Stage 2 exercises. Similar to stage 1 exercises, they're a little bit faster and a few new ones as well. So, if you're ready, we'll start by shaking out again to relax. So, take up both arms and down. Try and relax as you do this. Up again. And the legs and feet, very loosely shake out the right leg. And then the left. And lightly jog. Keep those feet light. Feet apart, hands on your hips, and bend your right leg, then change. Feel the thighs beginning to warm up, and keep that going whilst you reach up the right and change. Straighten your legs, lean to your right side 4 times. Over to your left. Again to your right, but reach down. Now your left. Hands back on the hips for single sways. Now we're going to do it with the arm over the head for a much bigger stretch. So take up your left arm over to your right side. Now reach right over. Keep the arm over your head so you're in the correct position. Scoop your other arm and change. As you change arms, bend the arms so there's no window effect. Up you come, change. Over for 4. And scoop change. Now over for 2. 1 and 2 change. Singles. 1 and change. And now the top half is warmed up. The feet and legs. Feet first of all together, and see if you can bend down. Up. Now a little bit faster. Raise the heels. Up you come. One more time. Now, feet apart. When you bend the legs, the toes face me first of all, then you flick them out to the side quite quickly. Then turn, bend, back, out. And you're changing the weight by keeping the heels flat on the floor. Now, straighten your legs, bend at the elbows, and ease them back. the elbows up, so that you're really working the upper part of the arms. We're going to slowly swing round to our right side, and then back to the centre. Round you go, to your left. Now a faster swing. And single shoulders. Bring up your right, drop the left. Very loosely. Now bend the legs and see if you can swing the hips. Double time it. Now both arms up and down. As you can lean a little on the down. And then circle your right one forward and round. And your left. Big circles. Shake out to relax. And down. Up again. And lightly jog. And ready to go onto the floor exercises where we're going to learn to lunge and see if we can go all the way down this time. Remembering to keep your torso straight and your back leg straight. So very loosely shake out the right leg, then your left. Pull in from the tummy, control your breathing, and out. And as long as you're not breathless, we can go on to the floor exercises. Face your left side, bend the front leg, all of the foot of the other leg, down you go. Up you come. Turn to face the other side. This time, put your hands on your hips, down. Stay straight with the torso. And you'll find you've got one leg stronger than the other. Up you come. Try it one more time to the other side. And up. Change sides. Keep the foot flat on the floor of the front leg. And join me on the floor. This time, keep the right leg in front, but place your left to the side so it's at right angles. Keep your weight just on this front leg so there's no weight to the side. Don't slump. Sit up and take the arms over the leg and reach towards me. Point the toes. And then it's toes to the ceiling. Flex the foot as you sit up. Hands placed to the side. Now come forward for 4, pointing the toes. And sit up, flex the foot. See how straight the back should be. And again, forward, pointing the toes. Toes to the ceiling, so it's a gentle stretching to get the backs of the legs more supple. And we must shake that out. And change legs. Out to the side. Again, it's no good starting the exercise unless you're in the correct position. So balance on that leg in front. Pull up, arms in front, legs straight, forward. And then toes up to the ceiling, flex. Pull in the tummy as well. And with this leg, again 4 pointed. Toes up. Pull up the knee and the thigh. Last time. Up to the ceiling. And that's really helping the legs stay quite supple. Shake it out to relax. Now, the tummy. Going to lie flat down on the floor and work purely through the tummy muscle with no help on the hands. So you lie flat down, arms over your head. You raise the head first so you don't hurt the neck. You sit up through a curved spine, and as soon as you're sitting up, stretch up to reach forward for the toes. You might only get to here, don't worry, in time you'll get further down. Sit up and then slump a little to go back through a curved spine. That way you protect the spine. So, here we go. Up on one, raise the head up. One to the toes, up, sink slowly back. And again, rise up, and to the toes, and up, and slowly back. And I'll leave it up to you again to decide how many you want to do, because as soon as the tummy muscle grips, you must stop and relax like this. Feet and knees apart, and just relax. So how well did you do with the stage 2 exercises? On the lunge, as you went down, did you lean forward? That's not the correct way of doing it. It shows your thigh isn't strong enough. Your torso should be in the centre as your hands are on the hips. On the leg exercises, on the floor, with the leg extended in front, are you looking like this? What should happen is the knee goes right out to the side and you sit up with the tummy and back straight like that, not slumped and sagged in. And for the tummy exercise, lying flat down, as you start to come up, are your legs flapping and coming off the ground? That's because your tummy muscle still isn't strong enough to get you up like that, so the legs shouldn't be moving at all. If you're finding problems with those, in stage 3 we have lots of exercises for the tummy, the bottom and the legs. Stage 3 exercises, and we're going to be working on different parts of the body. We've got the tummy, the bottom and the legs to work on. The first set of exercises are quite easy, and we're going to build up to the number of times we do them. So the first tummy exercise is lying flat down with the feet and knees a little distance apart. We protect the back as we raise the head and we touch the knees and just go back without the head going back on the floor. Bend the elbows, extend them as you come up, and then back. So here we go. Do as many as you want to. As soon as it grips the tummy muscle, it's had enough. You stop. So up you come towards the knees, up. And don't forget to stop, because you can always do the tape again and add on a further 1 or 2. You must build up the strength with these muscles, not knock it out of you. Then, as soon as you finish, relax the stomach muscle, let it hang out. For the bottom, we're going to roll from side to side, so up you sit. And then you can make the rolls a little bit bigger as the arms go up and you push off the hand. And then for the legs, lie on your left side. Bend the leg that's underneath, stay on your side, don't fall back, straighten that leg, flex the foot so the toes are towards me, hand on your hip, and then you're going to bend the leg and then push right away and lower the body as you push, and then bend back again. So push away, push hard, keep the foot flexed, and then swing round to the other side. Bend the leg that's underneath you, balance, sit up here, hand on your hip, flex the foot, bend and push away. So the leg straightens strongly as you push. And then the next stage of exercises are a little bit harder. And we're going to go cycling. So back on your elbows, keep one leg up in the air to protect the back, and round they go, large circles. As the leg comes back, make sure the thigh is right back. And again, a gripping sensation on the tummy means that's enough. The tummy muscles had enough. Next one is for the bottom. And we're going to go walking on the bottom. So you raise the hip of the leg that's coming up as you come forward. In fact, you can cycle the arms round. Back you go. So you roll from side to side as you do it. Forward. And round you go. Well, it's a different way of walking round the room. And for the legs, up to your side again. Bend the leg that's underneath. And like a door hinge, straighten that leg, swing it forward. As far as you can without any pain. And then take it straight up, not too high. A bit faster. Keep the leg absolutely straight, toes towards me. And then if you get that burning sensation, shake it out. Swing round to the other side, leg underneath you. Up you sit, straighten the leg, round it swings. And then straight up. Faster. And then when you've done it, the number of times you feel you can manage, shake it out. And then our last section, for the tummy, it's quite difficult. Don't worry if you can't manage this to begin with. We call it the jackknife, and that's the arms over the head, and you come up in one where the legs go up, and you sit up like this. And hold it, raise the arms, and sink back through a curved spine. So your stomach muscle is bringing both halves of the body up. You ready? Up! Raise the arms and slowly control as you uncurl. One more, up, one. Raise the arms and then back. Up you come through a curved spine onto your knees. For the bottom, up and across the thighs. Just lean back. Don't arch the back and do a back bend. Keep the back straight. And you can feel the thighs holding you as you lean back. Now for the bottom, just clench the bottom up, then relax those muscles and sit down on the heels. Up, clench, release the bottom and down. One more, clench those bottom muscles, hold them, relax, and then down. And then for the legs, for the inside of the thigh this time, both legs extended, draw in the knee, thigh back, extend and down. Knee, thigh back, right up. Now kick up straight. So the toes are actually pointing to the ceiling, which turns the leg out a little, which exercises this part of the thigh. Swing round to your other side, the other leg. Balance on your elbow, on your side, draw in the foot, in, thigh back, extend, down. Knee, back, extend. Now up and down straight. And again, concentrate on keeping that leg turned out with the toes pointing upwards. And with all these exercises in stage 3, remember you can always keep building up. Don't overdo them to begin with. Stage 4 of the exercises, and these are difficult. Now if you're worried about doing them, why don't you play through the exercises first, watch them, and then decide whether you're able to do them or not. If you're in any doubt, then stick to the first 3 stages of the exercises. Here we go. Let's start by shaking out. Swing the arms up to loosen up, and then down. Kick out your right leg very loosely, and then your left. Push through them. Feet apart, bend the legs, keep the feet flat on the floor and over with your right arm. And up. Now your left arm, over you go. Gently, as you do it, push back the knees just a little and then straighten up. And then feet together, slowly down, raise the heels. And then push up through the thighs as you do it. Tummy's in, down you go. And then take your right knee up in front of you and out to the side. Left knee in front. Push up through the foot. Feet apart and lean to your right side. Left arm over your head, reach right down. And swing over to your other side. Right arm over your head. Up you come, left arm over now 4 times. 1, 2, 3, scoop your arm and change. Now change is doing it twice. Change. Now the singles. Now both arms up and over you go. Pull in from the tummy, out of the hips first and over. Now we're going to repeat that, but then as we get to the side, turn and swing round. Up sideways, now to your left and turn. And now your leg kicks, right leg behind, kick up in front, take your arms to the side for balance. And your leg to the side. Up, bend and straighten the supporting leg as well. And now your left leg behind, kick in front. Up. Up it comes. Leg to the side. Onto your shoulders, feet apart, circle your shoulders forward. Just ease any tension out. And swing both arms right up and round. And shake up the legs. Ready for the floor. And we're going to lunge all the way down and then flex the front foot and then straighten. So place your left leg in front and with the ball of the right foot just bounce. And now you're ready to take it away from you as you lower down. Now straighten the legs, transfer that foot up in front with the weight, coming forward. Try it again, lunge straight down, down. Try not to lean forward too much as you do it. Now up you come, toes of the front foot in front, nose towards your knee. Up you come. Ready to change legs. Take your left one away. So you're strengthening up that front thigh. Toes of the front leg, up you come, straighten. Up you come, toes up in front. And all the way down, sitting comfortably with the legs apart. The first thing to do is to make sure you're sitting up straight, pull in that tummy and the back supporting you from the center. Don't slump. If you can't sit up straight, bring in the gap between the legs and learn to support yourself before you do anything else. Now bend the legs, extend them, and turn from the hips to face your right leg, balance on your right buttock, just reach right forward. So you're directly in line over your leg, over to your left. Same thing to your right, but flex your feet, toes right up, pull up, just very lightly hold the instep. Now place your right hand on that instep, stretch over, Don't twist, keep that arm over your head. Slide over to the other side. Same thing, left hand on the instep, but take your right arm over you go. And then for the inside of the thigh, go onto your left side, extend both legs, balance on the elbow. Now the first thing to do is knee up to the ceiling, scoop it up, take the thigh back, up goes the leg, and then slowly control down. Knee up to the ceiling again. Now reach for that foot, hold the back of the ankle. Now roll flat on your back, bend this leg, and ease it over. And finally, of course, you must do the other side. Scoop up the knee, thigh back, up, and then down. Up again, reach for it, hold the back of the ankle, ease it. Now, as you do this set of exercises, you'll find, bend this leg, that you will get looser and looser. Don't expect to achieve this perhaps the first time. And we'll finish our exercise program in the splits. A very positive way of approaching exercise is through breathing and relaxation, because the better you breathe, the more strength you get. Most of the time we take what we call shallow breaths, so we don't really use our lungs to the full capacity, or our diaphragms, which is what we're going to do, and then you can practice that deep breathing at other times, particularly when you need to relax yourself, or for instance if you're trying to give up smoking. First of all, sit on the floor like this, in the half lotus position where you pull up one leg and gently place the foot onto the calf muscle or a little bit higher. Find the position that's comfortable for you. Sit up straight as we've been practicing in our exercises. Pull in the tummy and the back so you have a center strength. Relax the hands, no tension in the shoulders, and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in. As you breathe in, this next time, try not to hunch the shoulders up. Take a deep breath, hold it, and let it blow out gently through the mouth. Breathe in. Try that a few times throughout the day, taking deep breaths. Now for the head and neck. A lot of tension collects around the shoulders and the neck goes rigid and tense. So we're going to relax the head, inclining it to the sides. The neck relaxes up to your center and then your left. Up again. Now let it heavily go down. Draw it back up with the mouth open. Let the head go back. And incline to your right again, up, and then to your left. Now whole circles, keeping the shoulders down. Take the head down. Now you're going to roll it to your right, heavily behind. The head is very heavy. You'll hear the little nodules go as the head goes round at the back of the neck. As long as it doesn't hurt, it's a very good relaxing exercise for the top of the spine. To your right again. Think of a circle as you do it. Round you go. And then to your left. Up to the center. Now come sideways on with me. And before you lie down, just check, and do this at night if you find sleeping difficult. Lie flat down on your bed, but watch me first. You work up through the body, point the toes, and then relax. Pull up the knees and thighs, rigid, and relax. And if they still aren't relaxed, shake them out. You lie flat down, keep the arms rigid, pull up, and heavily let them go down. Rigid. Out with the fingers, and then relax through the arms and the shoulders. And finally, finding that comfortable, relaxed position, feet and knees apart, you just lie back and relax. Now, however much exercise you take, you'll only get really fit and look really good if you eat a sensible and nourishing diet at the same time. And that means not eating an awful lot of the processed and the packaged foods that you find in the shops these days, because they often have a high fat and sugar content. You are what you eat. So if you eat a lot of foods like these here, that's what you'll end up looking like. A lump of lard with a pasty skin. If, however, you eat fresh fruit and vegetables, you'll look healthy and fresh too. Now, we've devised a shopping list for a whole week for you, and the good news is that you can eat all of the lovely food on display here over a week without going about 1,200 calories a day above that. A recommended slimming diet for women. Now, this includes a range of fruit and vegetables, as you can see here, breakfast cereals and bread, fish, some meat, some dairy products, and a few sweet things too. We'll also be showing you how nice a one-day slimming diet of 1,200 calories can look. But first, coming up on the screen now is a carefully worked out weekly shopping basket for a 1,200 calorie a day diet. You can eat a lot of fruit, and you should eat some fresh fruit every day. Now, obviously, this may have to vary according to seasonal availability, but remember that fruit is a good source of fibre, and fibre is what most people need to increase in their diets. You can also drink fruit juices. If you make them freshly, it's much better. But watch the amount if you want to keep to this slimming diet. Fresh salad things are also a must for a healthy diet, but make sure you don't spoil this by using a lot of mayonnaise or any other salad dressing. Fresh vegetables are also a must, a source of essential vitamins as well as protein, and of course they're an all-important source of fibre. All dietitians recommend that we increase the fibre in our diets from the average 20 grams a day to a recommended 30 grams a day. And all nutritionists recommend that we cut down on sugary carbohydrates and concentrate on those rich in fibre for a slimming and healthy diet. Most people need to increase their intake of whole grain cereals, so try to eat porridge and whole grain cereals for breakfast rather than cornflakes, light cereals or sweet and fun cereals which do not contain much fibre. Now, 3 golden rules are: eat cereals rather than a cooked breakfast, eat wholemeal bread rather than white, and eat brown pasta and brown rice rather than white. And also, don't forget that lentils, peas, beans and sweet corn, as well as being high in fibre, are a marvellous source of very cheap protein as well. We've included dairy products in our weekly shopping plan, but this is where you must be vigilant. Nearly everyone in Britain today eats more than the doctor's recommended intake of fat. 2.5 ounces of fat for women and 3.1 ounces for men daily. Cutting down on fat, particularly the saturated kind of fat from animal sources, this means dairy products as well as meat fats, is not only a must for slimming, but it's much better for your health too. These are our guidelines for cutting down. Make cream a very rare buy. Instead, substitute low-fat yogurt or the latest low-fat skim milk soft cheeses. Don't eat very much cheese at all. Don't eat pastry, and don't add butter or margarine to vegetables before serving. Change from whole milk to skim milk. Don't forget that fat is hidden in biscuits, cakes, chocolates, ice cream and potato crisps. Spread butter and margarine very thinly. You need about 10% of your total calorie intake as protein, but you should look for protein sources that are low in fat, like white fish. Cheese and meat tend to have a higher fat content than they have protein content. So it's very important to choose lean meat and to trim off all visible fat before cooking. Try not to eat too much red meat, such as beef or lamb. Instead, choose chicken or turkey without the skin, and never fry foods. Bake, boil, steam or grill instead. We've carefully calorie counted all this shopping basket, and if you keep to it properly, you can still include some sweet things and treats too. But if you're like me, you may find it easier to cut sweet things out altogether and have a little bit more fresh fruit and veg instead. If you don't want to go on such a strict diet as this, then there's no reason why you shouldn't use this as a base plan, but increase the quantity of fruit, vegetables and cereals you eat. What I'm going to show you now is an example of a day's diet from our weekly shopping basket. As you can see, I'm about to tuck into a very healthy breakfast. I've got a choice of porridge with a 1/4 pint of skimmed milk from my daily allowance, or 2 Weetabix with skimmed milk. I can also have a slice of wholemeal bread or toast with a low-fat spread with 1 teaspoonful of marmalade. And not forgetting the tea or coffee with milk from the daily allowance of 1/2 pint. My lunch looks absolutely delicious. I've got a jacket potato here filled with a tablespoon of low-fat natural yoghurt, 2 ounces of sweet corn, and 1 rasher of well-grilled streaky bacon, a sliced tomato and cucumber salad, and 1 apple. Again, either tea or coffee with milk from the allowance, and of course, mineral water doesn't have any calories at all. Now for dinner. And it really is surprising how appetizing such a low-calorie meal can be. I'm going to begin with a small portion of melon, and then for my main course, I've got chicken breast cooked in tin foil in the oven with its skin removed, with mushrooms, herbs and onions, and a tablespoon of white wine. With that, I'm going to have some brown rice mixed with chopped red pepper and a tablespoon of peas and some broccoli. And for dessert, I've got raspberries and a sliced orange. And if you want, you can have a glass of dry white wine, just one, without going over the calorie limit. Everything that we've discussed here is a calorie-counted diet for women. Now, a slimming diet for men would be 1,400 to 1,500 calories a day. The best kind of slimming diet is a long-term one, not a drastic one, eating a good variety of normal foods. Aim to lose about £1 pound a week and try to change your lifestyle and eating habits that made you fat in the first place. Right now I'm looking very different because I've got absolutely no makeup on. But here with advice on skincare and giving me a full makeup is top makeup artist Barbara Daly. Barbara, I have actually cleansed and moisturised my skin, so I've done that correctly, yes?
Yes, I hope so. I mean, in fact, everybody should cleanse and moisturise at least once a day. And if you've got a dry skin, you can use a cream or a milky cleanser. And if you've got an oily skin, you could use a milk or a cleanser made especially for oily skin. And if you've got combination, like you tell me you have, right, then you cleanse the dry bits as dry, the oily bits as oily, and then we're ready to start the makeup. I've got 2 here, Lizzie, which is a honey colour and a lighter colour, and I'm going to mix them together with my sponge before I put them on your face. It's perfectly all right to use 2 different foundations to get a good match. You know, 2 last just as long as 1. They don't go off. But before you start to do anything, always make sure that you're in a really good light, so that the light's actually sort of flat on your face, daylight window if possible, or a lamp in the evening with the shade off, so you're not in any sort of half light with shadows on one side, and then off you go. Always start putting the foundation in the middle of your face first, not round the edges because you need somewhere to blend it to, not too much under the eyes, and don't forget under the nose, and not too far down the neck, just under the chin. If you've got the right colour, you won't need to, and then just take a few minutes to blend. These are actually concealers. I've got 2 different colours here, and they're actually makeup, like your foundation, but a bit firmer, a little bit harder, so that you can sort of draw them onto the dark shadows like this. Just use them gently, draw them on any dark circles under your eye. That's the lighter of the 2 colours that I'm using here, because under your eye is the darkest place. And if you have, for instance, a bit of discoloration, which lots of ladies get, say, over the nose, or just around this area here, or perhaps blemishes around the chin, you can just smooth it on like that. And again, you can blend the two colours if you think it looks a bit too dark. And then just use your fingertip. Don't rub too hard because you don't want to take it all off. And blend away with your finger. And when you get to the area under your eye, don't rub, just pat. You don't want to increase any lines that you might have. And don't use too much under your eye because it only makes it more wrinkly if you happen to have them. And then continue on, and that would be the end of stage 2 of your makeup. Years ago, powder used to be very sort of thick and gunky, but nowadays you get these lovely, very fine translucent powders, and you just shake a bit or put a bit in the palm of your hand. Take a powder puff, press it into the powder, shake off any surplus. Gets the dust all over your bedroom, of course. And then press it, don't rub it, into the foundation. Not too much under the eyes, you don't want to set lines. It won't change the colour. It'll just make the makeup stay and take off the shine, give you a nice translucent velvety looking skin. No rubbing because you don't want streaks, just gentle movements. Make sure you don't get powder settling around under the nose. If you just open your eyes but look down, just smooth the colour on with the brush. This would be the lighter of the two shades that I'm going to use, the two browns. And you take it to what people know as the socket line, which is actually this bit here. Now I'm using what is an eyeshadow pencil. This is actually the same type of stuff that I've actually put on your lid. It is an eyeshadow, but it's in a pencil form, and this makes it very easy to apply. To define your socket like this, and then you can put a little bit on the outer edges of your upper lid like this. This helps to pull your eyes apart. This is a very basic style of makeup that in fact suits absolutely every kind of eye. My makeup is actually light and shade, keeping the light bit on the inner corner of your eye, the darker bit on the outer corner of your eye, and then it means you can actually just sort of pull your eyes apart. Blending. I use lots of brushes. That's a really professional thing to do, in fact, and it's worth investing in a few brushes and taking a bit of time when you're doing your makeup, because if you do, and if you blend the colour properly, you find it really will stay. Usually you find that fashion in eye colours and in lip colours goes along with your clothing. So in fact, if you decide that you want to wear a specific colour outfit, and I know you are, when we finish the makeup you're going to wear something that's pink and yellow, then it's quite nice in some way to key up your makeup with whatever colour you happen to be wearing. And don't forget that lots and lots of people see you with, if you look down, they actually do see the top of your lid all the time. So make sure that you get this sort of smooth with no hard edges where you have the darker shadows, and also that the colour goes right to your lashes and you haven't got that sort of white line effect that you sometimes get, and of course that it's all blended properly. Now I've got a little bit of black eyeliner pencil with which I'm going to just define the outer corners of your eyes. So if you just look down. No heavy eyeliner here, Lizzie. The days of the big black tick, I think, have gone. Make sure that you don't choose a highlighter that's white, because sharp white looks as if you've got sort of, you know, streaks or snail tracks or something down your brow bone. So I use these kind of colours, which are in fact, there's a light goldy colour, creamy gold, quite shiny, which I'm going to use on you, and peachy type colours, and pinky white ones. So in fact, because I know that you're going to have a pink one later, I'm actually going to use this pinky white one. So just a little bit. It's sort of a bluey pinky white, but not too stark, because you really want to just pick up the bone of your eye, the highlight, so that you actually see it when your head moves. What you don't want is a big white streak running underneath your eyebrows. When you're applying the eye makeup, or when you're applying the mascara rather, you can actually push, you'll be able to push at the lashes, which helps them to bend upwards and gives them some natural curl, even if they're pretty straight. So always sort of push upwards. And don't do those little sharp fast strokes that I see people doing like this, because that way you end up putting the brush into your eye and then you have to start all over again. So go right to the roots of the lash and push upwards, and make sure that you get all of the eyelashes in. Look down, which means the ones on the outer corner like that and the ones on the inner corner like that. Brush the mascara in the direction that the lashes grow. Don't sort of pull them all over to one side so that they all stick together. Remember again that you're often seen with your eyes looking down, and you don't want them to look as if you only have about 3 or 4 eyelashes in a clump. So again, take time and brush them out carefully. The last thing before we finish the eyes completely is really an optional extra for most people, which is to use a coloured pencil, a kohl like the eyeliner pencil. And that's the end of your eye makeup. If you apply it in the right place, it'll shape your face in any case, and it really gives you a nice lively look. So the right place is a sort of a teardrop shape with the pointed end this side and the fatter end that side over your cheeks. In fact, you can feel it when you pinch your cheeks. It's the fat bit. I mean, not that your face is fat or anybody's really, but just that bit. And so it's a teardrop shape like this. The last stage of your makeup should always be your lipstick. You could put it on straight from the stick, Lizzie. You could use a pencil, but I always use a brush. Lots of people say to me, "Oh, I couldn't possibly use a brush, it's so difficult," but in fact it's not, it's really easy. If you're the sort of person who actually doesn't like to wear very much lipstick, just try and choose one in the tone that you like. I mean, for instance, again, I'm using a pink to go with your outfit, but if I were you, I would probably wear a much paler pink. Press the lips together quite firmly, but don't rub, okay? And there you are. Finished, Lizzie.
Thank you, Barbara.